Sony announces huge numbers for the PlayStation 5, their plans when it comes to computer gaming, and how soon you'll be able to get your hands on a new PlayStation 5. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. The PlayStation 5 is killing it when it comes to console sales. They're reporting 10 million consoles sold so far, beating all previous PlayStation consoles. So this makes it the fastest selling PlayStation console ever, just like the Xbox Series X and S. So I guess both companies have a lot to celebrate. Jim Ryan said that he felt bad because people are not able to get their hands on a console. And it's not really Sony's fault, right? It's the fault of the chip shortage that is affecting all sectors of all industries right now. So Jim Ryan is saying that the demand is very high for consoles, but that they are not able to make as many consoles as they would like to make. Otherwise, maybe the PlayStation 5 will be selling a lot more than just 10 million. Now, this is in contrast to the numbers that are being reported for the Xbox Series X and S. Reported by Daniel Ahmad are to be believed. The Xbox Series X and S have sold so far 6.5 million units. That is a disparity of 3.5 million units between PlayStation and Xbox. And you are taking into consideration the PlayStation 5 digital edition and regular edition, and the Xbox Series X and S. So it's a combination of both consoles, not just one specific console. So yes, PlayStation is doing a lot better than Xbox when it comes to sales of their consoles. Now, Sony believes that the demand for the PlayStation 5 is so high that even if they weren't having issues with chip shortages, that they wouldn't be able to make enough PlayStations to meet the demand. This comes from CFO Hiroki Totoki. I don't think demand is coming down this year, and even if we secure a lot more devices and produce many more units of the PlayStation 5 next year, our supply wouldn't be able to catch up with demand. Along with how many PlayStation 5 Sony has sold, we also got some numbers on first-party titles, especially the games that were made specifically for PlayStation 5. This comes from Video Game Chronicles. We have Spider-Man Miles Morales, sold 6.5 million copies since November 12, 2020. MLB The Show has surpassed 2 million sales since April 16, 2021. Returnal has sold more than 560,000 copies since April 30th, 2021. And Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart has sold over 1 million units since June 11, 2021. So this shows us that, I guess, Returnal wasn't the success that they expected it to be, which is something that was alluded to when Sony purchased the studio that made the game. A lot of people were surprised because the game didn't sell as well as they expected it to sell. And it kind of makes sense because it's a roguelike game, which means that every time you die, you start all over again. And that usually doesn't tend to be a game that is appealing to a lot of people. It has, I think, I will say, kind of a niche type of audience. So it kind of makes sense that the game didn't sell as well as it would have otherwise hoped. Ratchet & Clank in about, a month has sold over 1 million copies, and that sounds to me like it's a great success. Jim Ryan also hinted at looking forward to working with Nixxes Software. Nixxes Software is a company that, if I'm not mistaken, was acquired by Sony. They do ports of games to PC. And this was hinted to before when it was announced that PlayStation was looking to put in more games on PC, since the games that they have already put on PC are doing so well, and also expanding their games to mobile opportunities. So you'll be able to play PlayStation games on your phone. I did a video on that, which you can see in the description section or somewhere up here. What they're saying is because Sony games or PlayStation games are doing so well on PC, that this of course opens another revenue for PlayStation, especially since they cannot sell as many PlayStation 5s as they would like to sell. Having this other revenue stream on PC games makes sense. Of course, we still haven't heard anything about cloud gaming, which is something that Sony has in place with the PlayStation Now platform. It will make sense if they grew that aspect of the business, if they release more games on that side to kind of compete with what Xbox is doing. But I guess based on how many consoles they're selling, they're not really worried about that. What do you think about how many consoles Sony has been able to sell? Do you think that Xbox is in a race to catching up with PlayStation, or PlayStation is doing so well right now that they don't really care about what Xbox is doing with Game Pass? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.